to the football game.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sweetie.
I got it.
And Margaret.
Yeah.
No Blue. Is that the rooster's name?
Uh-huh.
Hey, y'all. It is Saturday morning. Huddy and I are out here taking care of chicken chores. And I thought I would just bring you through the weekend with us and do a whole weekend vlog. So we're getting it started. I think we're going to work on the porch some more today. That's the plan at least. We'll see what else comes about. I kind of want to do some, can some blueberry syrup this afternoon. And we'll have church tomorrow. And we're just going to bring you along for all of it. It's really nice outside right now. It's not too hot yet. I would also like this weekend to start working on a space for a fall garden. We're going to do some things over in our big garden where we had our summer garden with my mom and stepdad. But I want to do a spot right here close to our house to plant just a few things. I ordered some seeds that should be coming in this week. And it would just be so much more convenient if I could put Wyatt in his pack and play on the porch while I worked in the garden. And he could be in the shade playing. And I could spend some time in the garden. So I kind of want to start working on a space for that. That way when my seeds come this week, it's ready. Maybe that's wishful thinking. That may not get done this weekend. Because like I said, we've got some other things that we need to work on too. But I guess we'll see. I thought I would show y'all too that clover that we threw out a couple of weeks ago. You know, we've been working on trying to get something back here that the chickens would like to eat when they're out. So let me show you how it's doing. Here's the clover. Just one spot of it. I'll try to remember to link the video where we were back here working on that. I still had some jars sitting outside. I'm going to take in and get started washing them so that when we do go to can that blueberry syrup, they'll be ready. Alright y'all, let's make some blueberry syrup. I'm going to go ahead and show you the recipe right here so that if you want to screenshot it, you can. I got this recipe from STIVERS Homestead, and I'll be sure to link their video down in the description box so that you can check it out as well if that's something you would like to do. We're going to start by measuring out our blueberries. We have some that were given to us from friends and family, some fresh homegrown blueberries that I had stuck in the freezer. And so we're going to use those first, and then I have some store-bought frozen blueberries that we can use to help us meet the measurement that we need. You can use fresh, you can use frozen, you can use homegrown, you can use store-bought, whatever you got, that's what you use. Then we're going to get everything going on the stovetop, start heating it up. We're going to add everything in except for the vanilla. So you're going to see our blueberries go in, the water, the sugar, the lemon juice, the salt if you want to add that. And we're going to start heating all of those things up. The only thing we're not adding right now is the vanilla. It'll go in at the very end. Now this recipe is a little bit different than what I normally use. I'm normally doing fruit syrups with just fruit, sugar, and water. But when I saw that this had the vanilla and the lemon, I knew it would be good. And y'all, it is. Spoiler alert, it's delicious. I love all things blueberry and lemon together. They just work so well together. And this syrup turned out delicious. So we're going to give everything a stir, and we're going to start heating that up. We're going to bring it to a boil. You'll see that in just a minute. And then once it starts boiling, we're going to reduce it to a simmer. Simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes to let all those blueberries get nice and soft. While this was going, we also had our jars in the oven sterilizing. We put those in the oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 or 20 minutes. I usually put them in there while we've got everything else going, and that gets them hot and sterilized so that they're ready to go when it's time to fill them up. So after that went for about 10 to 15 minutes simmering, we turned the heat off, and I used an immersion blender to blend everything up. You don't have to do this. I just prefer the syrup to be smooth, and it thickens it just a little bit when you do this. At this point is also when you'll add that vanilla in there. Like I said, you don't have to blend this up if you don't want to. You can leave the berries whole. You can mash them a little bit with a potato masher, whatever it is that you like. Then we're going to start putting it in our hot jars. We also have our water bath canner going over there, getting hot as well. We're going to fill these jars up to a 1/2 inch head space, so a 1/2 inch from the top of the jar. Y'all, I don't know what happened to my ladle. When we moved, apparently it got lost somewhere, or I got rid of it. I don't know. So we used a coffee cup, and it worked, but I've got to get me a big ladle. And then once we got that to a 1/2 inch head space, I used that butter knife to debubble it. Then I wiped around the rim of the jar to make sure there was nothing there that would prevent a seal. Put on my warm flat, put on the ring fingertip tight, and then it was ready to go in the hot water bath. This recipe made 3 pints for us with just a little bit left over. We're definitely going to be making some more of this because I foresee us using this on so many things. Biscuits, pancakes, waffles, ice cream, cheesecake. I know that we're going to want to have this in our pantry come winter time, so we're definitely going to be making some more. All right, we're going to lower it down into our hot water bath. As you can see, we don't have enough water in there. We're going to have to add some more because when you're water bathing, you want to make sure that your jars are covered by at least 1 inch of water. Then we're going to bring it to a boil, and once it starts boiling, that's when our timer starts for 15 minutes. It's Sunday now, and this is a blueberry syrup that we canned yesterday. I thought this recipe made 4 pints, but we got 3 with a little bit left over, and it's really good, so we'll probably make another batch sometime this week. They also finished up the porch yesterday. Well, I say finished up. The only things left to do are I'm going to make a gate to go right here. And then I've got some spots that I need to start putting some water seal on and then eventually staining it. But if I have time before church, I'm going to go ahead and come out here and sweep it off, straighten it up, and move our furniture and stuff out here. I'm excited to show that to you. If I don't get it done before church, well, then we'll do it this afternoon. Something that I forgot to mention when I was talking yesterday is telling you all the things that we had planned for this week, for this weekend. We have a birthday party that we're going to today with family. We're celebrating all the summer birthdays. It'll be my mom, my sister, all our family. Just getting together. Mom rented a swimming pool. We're going to have a good time and just hang out for a while today. Celebrate all the summer birthdays. So, with that said, maybe the garden space will get worked on today. If not, it's not a big deal. We'll do it sometime early this week before my seeds get here. But the porch, I can probably get done before I get ready for church. We'll see. Before we start cleaning up the porch and putting our new patio furniture out there, let me show you a little unboxing of the patio furniture. Costway had reached out to me, I guess it was about the time we were finishing up the porch. We were a little over halfway finished with it when they had reached out and asked if we would like to review this patio furniture. So the timing was perfect. It was definitely something we could use and something I thought y'all would like to see as well. So I told them we would be happy to do that. Audrey and I started putting it together. It came together pretty easily. We started working on it one afternoon, and then Justin helped me finish it up the next morning. You'll see here there's a little hand. There was also a little boy who wanted to help put it together. Costway does have excellent customer service, and the shipping was very quick. I wanted to mention those things. Look, there's a cat that also wanted to come and help. This particular set was a couch, 2 chairs, and a little like coffee table type thing. Perfect for our space. I'll make sure to link their website down in the description box so you can check them out. They've got all kinds of great household things at a really good price. All right, let's get this porch cleaned up and move our new patio furniture out.
Talk about the supernatural ability of God. Gideon would not have been successful without the supernatural ability of God. David would not have stood in front of Goliath when the whole world looked at Goliath and said, look how much bigger Goliath is than we are. David stood in front of Goliath and said, look how much bigger God is than Goliath. Without the supernatural ability of God, these things would not have happened. Moses could not part the sea by himself. Daniel could not close the mouths of them lions by himself. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego could not walk through that furnace by themselves. It took the supernatural ability of God. How Moses took the children of Israel that had been enslaved forever, and he parted the sea, and they walked through it on dry ground. Not muddy ground, not silty ground, dry ground. Yes. If y'all have ever busted a dam of a pond, that ground does not dry quickly. Yes. It takes months for that to get. They walked through immediately on dry ground. Didn't even get their feet muddy. Yep. We love those stories. We love those stories of all these things that God did for His children, and we should, because it shows the mighty power of God. God loved Stephen. Stephen was being stoned, and God was there watching it. So you say, well, God must not have loved Stephen. No. God's purpose for Stephen was where he was in that moment. Yep. having faith to escape is easy. Like I said, we all love those Bible stories. We all love the stories of Daniel and David and Moses and Peter and all the ones that escaped. But do you have the faith to endure till the end? You see, your faith, mature faith, has to have an if not clause. Going back to Daniel, we talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Verse 16 of chapter 3 says this: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to King Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. Meaning, we don't have to think about it. We don't have to have a covenant. We don't have to huddle up here and talk about it. Our faith is secure, and we are going to answer you right now. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Mature faith has an if not clause in it. Meaning, I'm going to pray for healing. I'm going to pray for situations in your life to be fixed. I'm going to pray for answers. I'm going to pray for deliverance. But if not, I will not waver from you, Jesus. If the deliverance doesn't come, if the healing never shows up, if the help never gets there, I will praise you. Yeah.
Don't need that thing. Buddy, are you going to slide? You going to slide? You got my chicken boots on, Hud? Be careful, don't fall. We had so much fun. We're home. We're gonna feed the chickens, check for eggs. When I came out here this morning to feed them, they hadn't laid any eggs yet, so I expect we'll have some. Let's see. How many were there? 4. I think tonight's going to be a feed yourself kind of night. We got a watermelon. I think we're going to cut into that and enjoy it. But as far as dinner goes, I think everybody's just going to fend for themselves tonight. Bologna sandwiches, something from the freezer, something from the pantry. Hope y'all enjoyed spending the weekend with us. We'll see y'all in the next one. We love you and we appreciate you. Bye, y'all. I think I'll come out here and sit on the porch and enjoy it this afternoon.